Hello everybody, back again for an episode of What's in the Box. And today we're going to be looking at a little different subject than usual, and that would be the 1/35th scale Japan Ground Self-Defense Force Light Armored Vehicle, Iraq Humanitarian Assistance Unit. And I recently became familiar with this kit off another eBay video, and this kit can be had really affordably, like crazy affordable. And if anybody who's interested in purchasing one of these, I will throw a link to some eBay dealers up in the description for some really great prices. What I'm finding about these Japanese subjects, guys, is that I don't think they're very popular, at least in Western countries, and they tend to get really, really good prices. And quite frankly, the material, because it's different, one, I like that. It's a different subject. And number two, the price is right, and in many cases, on new models. For example, this kit is from 2004. So it's only 10 years old, which means it was designed with CAD process. It's going to have, super crisp moldings and be a really, great design, highly detailed kit. So this model is of an interesting vehicle. Japan actually adopted this truck in 1997 as a replacement for the Type 73 vehicle, which had no armor protection on it at all. They were looking for something that could, withstand small arms fire, and this certainly fit the bill. It will take hits from 5.56 or 7.62 millimeter rounds with no problem at all. Now, anything larger than that, probably not so much. I also thought it was interesting. This vehicle is actually manufactured by Komatsu, which is a farm and commercial equipment manufacturer. At least here in the U.S., they make tractors and that sort of thing. The weapon systems, there are a number of modular variants to this vehicle. This one in the kit actually comes with a M249, Minami style machine gun, which I found interesting and somewhat humorous that the Japanese company Sumitomo actually makes. And there's also a M2H3, license-built Browning 50 caliber machine gun variant as well. And then they have an anti-tank version that's equipped with some Kawasaki anti-tank missile, which I never even heard of. But cool vehicle. Designed to go pretty much anywhere. It's got some fording and wading capability. It's got a 160 horsepower diesel engine in it, and said it had a range of roughly 200 miles, not 200 kilometers, which is not bad. Engine's not that powerful, but if it gets you from point A to point B, who am I to argue? But enough of that. Let's get inside the box and take a look at this plastic and see what we have. I do want to take a brief look at the box art. Really cool, wonderful Tamiya box art as usual. We have some nice box art showing, different profiles of the vehicle on the side. Color callouts are going to be, of course, in Tamiya color, since it's their product, olive drab, either in the spray or in the XF color. And I have the XF74 for sure. And by the way, those colors are readily available in the U.S. More box art on the side. Here we have a picture of the finished model. That's really nice. And it does come with some figures, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, there's some accessory figures that are also available to add on to this kit if you so choose. Let's go ahead and get inside. Traditional top opening box from Tamiya. Here we have our instruction sheet. Let's look at that briefly. So, booklet style, sigh. That's kind of what we get from Tamiya. But can't complain about the instructions themselves. Easy to follow, as you can see. Very concise, simple, step-by-step instructions. They're not overly busy like you'd see from Dragon or some of the other manufacturers. There's only, 8, 9, 10, 11... Well, there's 17 steps total. It does not look difficult at all. I mean, you have, of course, beginning with construction of the the bottom and the bottom chassis and the suspension, right onto the interior. It's actually got a pretty decent layout for the interior. Great looking little model. No complaints there. You can see it continues here. Really a nice little kit. I'm really excited about this model. I hope to start it very soon. But one of the unique features of this kit, now some people hate this, some people don't. It doesn't bother me that much. It doesn't want to come out to it, but it's actually got a die-cast chassis. Not just a weight, but the whole chassis is die-cast. Some people hate it. Like I said, it doesn't bother me so much. I don't mind it a whole lot, but it is there nonetheless. That's kind of a unique feature. There's not a whole lot of spruce here. There's not a lot of plastic, so this review won't take that long. Let me go ahead and set this aside. Got a very simple decal sheet here. Let's go ahead and take a look at the clear parts. And really nicely done windows. They're even slightly beveled. I don't know if you can pick that up in the lens or not. The glasses, clear parts are first class. I'm not sure they'd be tinted. I might ask Norm his opinion. Norm, if you're watching, what's your opinion on these? This is, of course, a modern vehicle, still in use by the Japan Ground Self-Defense Force, I might add. Would these, windows on this vehicle have any kind of tint to them? They're kind of greenish blue, maybe. I'm looking at the box art actually, and that's exactly what I see is kind of a greenish blue tint. So I just answered my own question, Norm. Thanks. Let's see. So clear parts. Not a ton of clear parts, but of course all the windows are replicated. Looks like maybe some rear armored glass windows for the back. Nicely done. No complaints there. First sprue, and this is in no certain order. Here we have the doors, and there's a figure wearing body armor too, I might add. Turret ring, quite a few filigree parts, smoke launchers, doors, of course seats. The fabric texture on these seats is really nicely done. You guys can see that through the plastic. I hate to tear it open just yet because I don't know when I'm going to get to it. But those are nicely done. You can see the small detailed parts. These are really good. There's the M249 5.56 by 45mm machine gun, also known as the Belgian Mini-Me. Superb weapon. That's the turret, bottom part of the turret, armored plate around the turret for the machine gun operator. The exterior of these doors is fantastic. The interior, though, I'm noticing there are ejector pin marks that would need to be removed. Unfortunately, that stinks, but I guess you don't have to pose the door open, although there is quite a bit of detail on the inside of these doors. That's going to be up to the individual modeler. You guys will have to make that decision yourself. But the detail's nice. Oops. There's steering wheel. Looks like towing hooks down here. They all look really nice. Should be from fairly modern Tamiya molds. Now this sprue is wheels, suspension components, drive components, and they are beautifully detailed. Beautiful detail. For example, look at this dashboard. Pull that plastic tight for you. That dashboard is fantastic. Intake grills. You can look at the suspension arms. They've done a fantastic job with this. Drive shafts, and of course it's a four-wheel drive vehicle. I was a little surprised to see that it was equipped with a diesel engine, but hey, what the heck. Obviously there's the McPherson struts for a four-wheel independent, probably wishbone style suspension. That's how most Japanese vehicles are. And we have rubber tires, and they look really nice. Some screws, of course, to attach the body and chassis and frame together. These rubber tires have got some really good tread texture on them. You guys can make that out. Really nicely done. That's cool. And here is the main body. Nicely detailed, I might add, with some really nice to scale, intake grills for the engine. Line focus camera. There we go. Not a whole lot on the interior. Of course, none of that's going to show. But a really nice looking upper body tub, so to speak, if you want to call it that. You can see the detail up here. It's really, really nice. Come on, camera. You can do it. I know you can. Here we go. Really a cool little kit, and for what you can get these for, it's a really great value. So we saw the instructions. The good news is, in painting and marking guide, it's going to be a monochromatic color scheme. It's all the same. The decal sheet, which is here, It's very simple, just some of the Japanese emblems. By the way, there's the Japan ones with Arabic writing beneath it for the Iraq Humanitarian Assistance. Very simple decal sheet. I know Tamiya decals are thick, but on a vehicle like this, I don't think that's going to be a problem. So, but just wanted to share this kit. I've got a lot of modern Japanese subjects now, mainly for the reasons that I stated earlier. But I just kind of wanted to share. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Like I said, I'll leave some links up in the description area for those of you who like this kit and think it's a neat idea. It's certainly a cool looking little vehicle. I think there's a lot of customization possibilities as well for some additional add-on equipment. I hope to try to build this pretty soon, actually. I know I was going to work on Panzermeister's build, but I mean, it's already late, so it's not going to hurt for it to be any later. I kind of wanted a break from a tank. But anyways, so guys, thanks for tuning in and watching this episode of What's in the Box. I hope everybody has a great weekend. Take care. Bye-bye.